Hi guys, my name is Alexia. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing something so exciting. We are going through my 2025 reading slash kind of regular journal. I kind of put a little mix of fun things that I just personally think add more touch. It's not necessarily all reading journal pages, but I do have like hints of reading, hints of other things, mainly reading. I had to flip through it, go through it, and kind of talk about it and give you some ideas of what you can do. If you're sitting here watching this video, I know it's about halfway into January. It's never too late to start. And I think it's such a fun way just to kind of reflect, center yourself, do all this fun stuff. And personally, I just find it really fun and amazing to just color and draw and make fun things. Let's flip through it and I'm gonna kind of talk about each page, why I did it, what I wrote on it, and you get to see what I did. So let's go. Cozy vibes on. Let's light some candles, grab some tea, make a little reading journal, and just have the best night ever. We are all settled in. I have my mint tea, it's my favorite thing, and I have my Pinterest up. Let me show you. I'm gonna put it on the screen later, but this is my Pinterest. Ride or die for this thing. If this ever goes away, that'd be so sad. I created a board. I've been slowly curating one over time just to get kind of prepped for this because this is hefty work. I kind of want this to be like a multitude of things besides just like book related stuff because I feel like sometimes I don't know how much I'm gonna fill out. This has 80 sheets in it. Actually, now that I think about it, it doesn't seem like that much, but in person it looked like a lot. They are blank, and I realized that a lot of people have dotted, and now I feel dumb because dotted makes sense. Like I just didn't think it through when I bought this, but I got it at Michael's. I think it's cute and simple, and I might like add some things and decorate it, but I think I kind of love how plain this is. Make it kind of like a scrap journal, so anywhere I travel I want to be able to put in here, and like every month I want to be able to have some pictures of what I've done that month. Like this one's cute, it has like a January recap, and it's like some pictures that she did, like the music she listened to, and she's like a little bit of words in there and stuff, so I think that's kind of cute. Obviously like regular reading journal things as well. A TBR, a book awards would be fun. I love, where is it? Book bingo. I think that's so cool. I definitely want to do that. And the A to Z challenge, I saw Sarah Carali do that. I love that. So I want to do kind of like a mix of things each month that I want to add in there. So also like instead of just books, like put some movies I watched that month, and just kind of make it space for me to reflect and look back on. And I think it's also fun. I love crafts. And I've never done this before, so I definitely want to commit. My word of the year is consistent. I've decided that maybe 2 hours ago. Basically, what I'm gathering from what I've have in my Pinterest board, I want to do monthly, obviously, and I want to do that front cover page. I would like to do TBR, what I ended up reading, the ratings, movies as well. Maybe not rating them, but just movies I watched. I don't know, maybe rating them, it would be kind of fun too. I want to do the A to Z challenge. I think that would be so fun. Sounds super interesting and kind of gets you thinking about like the titles of the books you're reading, because sometimes I just don't think about them that often. Series, I want to either continue to finish or start and finish. I'm getting Avatar. I want to read Throne of Glass. I haven't read these big fantasy like series. There's also Shatter Me series. If you guys know any series I need to read, please drop them down below. I feel like I'm a standalone book girl, which is kind of weird because I feel like not a lot of people are, but I kind of love them. It's short and simple. It's like a movie. You just read, finish, done, put it away. TBR, everything I have on my shelf that I haven't read, I want to put it on like physically handwrite it so I can cross those off and get those out of the way so I can get more books. I think I have an idea of what I want to do. So I think this is going to take a couple days, and I don't want to be talking too much on this. I'm going to end that here. Let's go through my 2025 reading journal. My front cover page is just kind of a symbolism of how other journals work. This journal belongs to me, and I put a little picture of myself because I thought that'd be cute and fun, and wrote some words and doodles, and I thought it was super fun, kind of like a please don't touch this is mine, this belongs to me, give it back to me sort of thing. Next page is an open me in 2025. I wrote a little letter to myself, and again, this is kind of what just sets it a little bit apart from a reading journal, as I have things that are more tailored to me and what I want to see, and made it more of a personalized journal. Next one is a Hello 2025, kind of poses as a second front cover. I just love the way it looked on Pinterest, and I wanted to copy it, and these two were super cute together, which rolls perfectly into my vision board. I actually made this on New Year's Eve, so this is the first thing I put in this journal, and I love the way this turned out. The colors, the greens, everything. My favorite color is green. I'm not going to run through every little detail on what this vision board is. Epitome of what it is. It's the life you want requires balance, discipline, consistency, and patience. And that is really what I'm striving for this year. That's the foundation and what I want to remind myself in 2025. I just kind of threw in goals, dreams, and everything in that. We all know what a vision board is, but again, something I really wanted to see at the very beginning of my journal. This next page is a little more typical in what you'd see in a reading journal. I have some goals, all reading related, and every time I complete one, I want to fill it in with a little color to know that I accomplished the goal I had in mind. And I added all these little designs. These 2 pages I definitely got off of Pinterest, like copy and paste. Most of my ideas are basically off of Pinterest, as you saw I was researching. This next one is my rating system. It's 1 out of 6, and I wrote like a little synopsis of what each star actually means in my head, and I thought it'd be fun to put at the very beginning to be able to reference it. Right after this, I actually messed up. I didn't realize that the color and the pens I was using were gonna bleed through, and I had this whole layout and I had to completely scratch it. This one's my personal library, and I want to put in each book I completed and draw it in, but I want to put it the actual size of the book and how big it is or thin it is. So I'm kind of waiting on doing that, which is why it looks a little blank, and I didn't put in the colors because, again, my pens were bleeding through. That's why these next couple pages do look a little bland, and I apologize that they're not as aesthetically pleasing as you and I would want them to be. This next one's a book of the year. Each month I'm going to fill in my favorite book of the month, and then so on and so forth until I have an actual winner of the year. Again, I thought this was such a cute little challenge, and kind of motivates me to actually open this journal back up each month to have like a task to complete in it. I'm just gonna need to add some color later on because it looks a little plain. This next page is my book series tracker. I told you I want to complete more series, so I want to put the name, number, and books completed of the series as I go. Currently I haven't really started any, so I kind of just left it blank until I do, and then I'm going to work on it a little bit more, make it a little bit nicer and prettier. Next one, again, I told you guys I also wanted to get books off my physical TBR, so I'm going to do read books to earn books. And every time I finish a book, I'm going to color it in. That's off of my physical TBR specifically. And once I complete 4 books off my physical TBR, I can actually go ahead and buy a book. So it kind of motivates me, and again, it's just kind of being able to mark off that I did it. And I thought it was cute. And I have my A to Z reading challenge. I thought this one was so fun, and just I love the way this one turned out. Is every box perfect? No, it's not. If you look, there are mistakes, but I just love the way it turned out. Again, my pens weren't working anymore because I was scared they were all gonna bleed through, and I didn't want to waste the paper. This next spread is honestly my favorite. Like, truly, things came around here. I love the way I calligraphied the January. It just so aesthetically pleasing to me. I love it so much. And the simple little circles. I love this page so much. Although there is one mistake. I actually spelled things wrong. I don't have the N, and I realized that after I did it. So it is good things are coming. And they are. And again, this is kind of what separates it just from a reading journal. I wanted to put something that kind of sets
how I want the month to be. So I have a verse of the month, I have a quote of the month, and just some mini goals. And I added that same zebra print to this one because I had some left over. And I love the reds and pinks with the blacks and the zebra. It's just so cute. I want to make this like a junk journal page where I kind of throw up everything that happened that month and kind of show it in a visually aesthetically pleasing way, whether it's mementos, whether it's pictures, whether it's words, whatever it may be. For example, it's my birthday month and my best friend gave me a card, and so I cut this off of the envelope and pasted it on. Again, I haven't completed it because January is not done, but it just kind of shows in a nutshell what happened that month. And then from there, I'm going to put books and movies and all that stuff I talked about later on. But I will be going ahead and updating this every month and documenting kind of how I do that. So you will see this very often. I promise I'm not just gonna let this fall off the bandwagon, but that is pretty much my reading journal in a nutshell.